Let's see, how I got into tea. I always say tea just got into me. It just kind of happened. After I graduated college, I went traveling and I did a lot of farm hopping in Central America, and I went to all these little tea huts and like the central markets, and they had herbs hanging, and it just had this romance to it, and I really wanted to bring it back, um, that style, to my own community. It can be really overwhelming. This vast, I mean, there's so much, and when you start working with it, it starts to make sense and become much more accessible. And so I didn't always know that I was going to own a tea shop. I mean, and I think life is just kind of a mystery like that. It's just something I'm passionate about, something I love to share, and I wanted to take the chance of doing something original in this community. You know, it's funny because my memory in general isn't that great, but I can read a materia medica about herbs and retain almost all of it. And it's just something that makes a lot of sense to me. This one's one of the favorites. This is called the Well-Being Brew. This one is, I blended this when a lot of my inventory was low and I wanted to come up with something new, so it wasn't a very high place I was coming from with blending this, but it ended up being a really high place of a tea. It's got two meanings. One of my teachers refers to a well like your own well, the well of your body, and a lot of times we don't tend our own well, and we're running around trying to tend everybody else's well, and that ends up leaving us really either frazzled or low energy or edgy or emotionally overwhelmed. But what I found, kind of surprisingly, after drinking this tea and getting feedback from my customers, was that this actually helped bring all that energy back into the center and tend your own well. So there's a double meaning here. Well-being, in the general sense, just kind of feel good, relax, have a nice clear mood, clear mind, and it also means to get into the center and tend your own well. I think of it as like a combination lock, where these herbs, a different combination of these herbs will unlock the path of healing for each individual person. And it's amazing. It's amazing the ability that the herbs have to turn the corner for suffering with people. And it's so simple, just a cup of tea.